Did you figure it out? What's the common thread among these huge, well-known, but very different American companies? All of them, from eBay to Kraft to Goldman Sachs, were founded by immigrants or by first-generation Americans. So at a time when the nation is riveted to this battle over an immigration plan, one business leader of a $16 billion conglomerate decided to crystallize the immigration story by bringing some of the best stories to light. His book, Journeys, An American Story, is a collection of essays about immigrants and the children of immigrants who have brought greatness with them from their country to this country. Loews Corporation co-chair Andrew Tisch is joining us. Great to have you on the program.
It's great to be here, Liz. Thank you.
Well, let's start with your own story. You come from ancestors who were immigrants. From where, and what's their story?
My ancestors came from Ukraine in 1904. My great-grandfather came over 6 months later. My grandfather and his two sisters and my great-grandmother came over, and they settled in Brooklyn, and they lived out the American dream.
What's amazing to me is that their descendants, along with some of them, they're founding this company that has just been incredible. It's a huge conglomerate. In this book, you talk about some people that everybody just knows as Americans. I mean, and we can go through some of them. I'd like to begin with Mitchell Gould, because I buy their furniture.
Right.
Mitchell Gould, you know, is just an incredible furniture company. He's got such an interesting story. His grandparents came to the U.S. from Eastern Europe. He's this well-known home furnishings designer now, but his story comes from Poland and Romania.
He came from a number of different places, various family members, but they all met here and married among each other, and he established himself as a major force in the furniture business, never having been in the business before he graduated from college.
And now he employs so many Americans.
In North Carolina, he's got thousands and thousands of employees.
We can go on to Mayor Michael Bloomberg, former mayor of New York, but billionaire, who, of course, back in the day worked at Goldman and then, of course, founded Bloomberg News and Bloomberg media giant, and we all know him very well. His story is particularly interesting.
Well, when he left Salomon Brothers, he really went out and changed the way people looked at financial analysis. He changed the way data is delivered.
And I believe, his grandparents were Belarus and Lithuania.
Exactly.
Again, Eastern Europe. But we could switch over to Marlo Thomas. And the reason you're talking to Marlo Thomas is because her dad, Danny Thomas, was Lebanese. And he changed his name. I find this fascinating. Danny Thomas's real name was Yaqub Haruz.
Yaqub being Jacob.
Right.
But Danny Thomas grew up in Tennessee and Kentucky. They were dirt poor. Mm-hmm. And he vowed if they ever had enough money, if he ever was successful enough, they would give some money back for childhood health care.
Because he didn't have it.
Because he didn't have it. He couldn't afford it. His family was that poor. So they created St. Jude's. St. Jude's today is one of the great institutions in delivery of health care, in particular childhood health care.
Well, all of us, unless you're Native American, came from somewhere else. Satya Nadella was on the network this morning on Mornings with Maria, and he, of course, is the CEO of Microsoft. I want you to hear what he said about being the child of immigrants and how it's affected his path. Let's listen.
American immigration policy that then allowed me to come here, get an education, and live that dream. So I'll always come from that personal experience to advocate for an enlightened immigration policy that allows for the best and the brightest to come to the United States, participate in our economy, pay taxes, create innovations that are going to make us more competitive globally.
But the argument is over legal immigration. Of course, there was a judge yesterday who has actually put a halt to deporting the families who've been reunited with the children from whom they were separated, which has been just a heart-wrenching story. But is there a way to get us back to the point where we can get legal immigration stepped up so that people like Satya, people like Danny Thomas can come and do great things for this country?
Well, we believe that just the fact of making people aware that we are all descendants of immigrants, for the most part, that virtually every one of us came from somewhere else. Some of us were forced to come here, but have chosen to live out the American dream. But just the awareness of that will help us to move the issue forward. We need immigration. We need more workers in this country. We have full employment. And if we don't have more employees come in to this country, we're going to start to get into an inflationary spiral, and that's not going to be good. In addition to that, we need more workers so that we can fund the 3 Ponzi schemes that we have in this country, the Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security, because they are all funded by current dollars.
Yeah, yeah. And we're running out of money.
And we need a broadening base of employment.
Well, you as a businessman, I've got to ask you, because I love the company. It is a huge conglomerate. For people who don't know, property and casualty insurance, you've got, what, 13,900 miles of gas pipelines, hotels, Loews hotels, 24 of them. The trade war right now, we do have these steel tariffs in place. How's that affecting Loews?
Well, it affects us in the cost of steel for our pipes, for a whole host of things that we buy from overseas.
Have you had to source from elsewhere?
We do source overseas sometimes when we can't get it here. So we're very concerned about any kind of trade war. We have great belief in free trade.
And do you think that for a company like yours, looking at the price of steel and how it's jumped, at least here, because people are forced to get into American steel, that somehow affects bottom lines at a certain point?
It's going to affect us. We are not that heavily dependent on steel per se, but we feel that any kind of trade war is not going to be good for America.
Well, the book is called Journeys, An American Story. I highly recommend people get this. There are even more chapters in here, and it's a wonderful thing. I mean, Ukrainian, I'm half Ukrainian, half Romanian, although my mother says it was Novo Russia, not Ukraine back then. Good to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Andrew Tisch of Loews Corporation.